Okay, CentOS and Ubuntu. Okay, I'll tell you what CentOS and all those things are. Okay. So this is about Windows part, all right, and this is about Linux part. In Linux, actually, Linux is a server operating system.
Okay.
Okay, so you have very less desktop editions.
Yeah.
Ubuntu is the only one which is giving desktop, and in recent time, Red Hat Enterprise Linux in version 7 it is giving desktop edition.
Okay.
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 Whereas in server edition, let me name it something like this. Ubuntu and Debian. Okay.
Okay.
The commands that work on Ubuntu will work on Debian. The commands that work on Debian will work on Ubuntu.
Okay.
This is open source. Okay. RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This is paid. Okay.
Okay.
And the other one is CentOS. The version that is happening over here is version 17 is also happening for Ubuntu, but most used is 12.04 and 14.04. This is called as LTS, which means long-term support. What does it mean long-term support means? You will see patches coming for it, okay? You will see security updates for it, okay? And all of those things, okay? Red Hat Enterprise Linux is paid and CentOS is open source. The commands and the system architecture that is available in Red Hat Enterprise Linux is same as in CentOS.
Okay.
Okay. You will see other machines like Unix. There is something Unix operating system is a stand. Actually, Linux is derived from Unix, right? You will see Fedora, SUSE, okay, Mandrake, okay.
They all come under Linux.
All different Linux versions.
Okay.
Just like Windows is the name and it has several versions under it. Linux is the name. It has different other versions under it. Different other flavors. These are called as flavors.
Okay. This all come under Unix.
Yeah. Flavors.
Versions of Unix.
Yeah. These are different flavors of Linux or Unix. Under this, they have again versions. Just like Ubuntu is a flavor, and this is a version that is happening right now. Okay. But most production systems you will see on these two versions because they have long-term support. Okay.
I have small doubt. Linux and Unix both are same, or there is any difference between Linux and Unix?
Actually, Unix is the first operating system that was released before Linux. Okay.
Okay.
From Unix, Linux flavors have come. Okay. The architecture, everything is the same, except that the commands and configuration would be different in Unix. Okay. The basic Unix operating system, okay, the very production Unix operating system, okay,
Yeah.
It is a hardcore system. Like most of the things are not uh, easy. Why did so
Okay.
many versions come in is because uh, they started making it more reliable and easy to use.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Uh, wait, wait, Solaris. There are several other things like Slack. Gen 2. So many other things are there. Okay. Majorly,
Okay.
you will see these operating systems, fourth and fifth one.
Okay.
Actually, SUSE and Slackware, they say they're very tough. I never worked on it.
Okay.
Okay. The rest of the things they're made easy to use.
Okay.
What do use is like if you want to set up certain service like web service. Okay. Uh, in Red Hat or Ubuntu or Fedora, you will get a configuration file. Few of them provide a template of a configuration file. Few of them provide the actual configuration file, and you can start editing it. Okay.
Okay.
In SUSE and other operating systems, you don't find anything. You have to start writing the configuration file on your own, which means unless you know everything in and out of it, you cannot write all of this stuff.
Okay.
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 I am not sure about Mac. I know only few versions. 10, Snow Leopard, some names are there, right? And they have a couple of Mac servers, I believe, and they're not the more. I don't think they're used in production also, unless they are what is this multimedia servers. Okay,
Okay.
multimedia is like uh, where they have videos and audios and drawings coming up and all of those things. I think they're used over there. So take this as a homework that you will have to check about Mac. It is really not needed. Okay. Anyhow, if you want to read it, you can read it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned about VMware. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Actually, that's good, but uh, it's a virtualization technology.
Yeah. We can run other OS in installing VMware.
Yeah, it is a uh, hypervisor operating system,
Yeah.
which means it amplifies the resources that are given to it and will allocate to the respective to VMs inside it. Okay.
Okay.
So this is also an operating system. Okay.
Okay.
Just like a server operating system, this is a hypervisor operating system, virtualization operating system.
Okay.
In this, you only have installation. Okay. Once you
Yeah.
install, on top of it, you will start creating virtual machines and all of those things. So this itself is a completely, I mentioned the word technology over here. Okay, VMware itself is a huge branch in infrastructure where a lot of things should be learned and can be done. Okay, so we'll not get into that area. Okay.
Okay.
So now I want you to answer this. Now we have seen desktop editions and server editions. Can you tell me what is the difference between a desktop and a server?
Desktop is the one which we run in our systems.
Okay.
And server is basically it is used for what's that, request and response.
Okay.
Yeah, it is used for protocols, request and response.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at like this. Okay, to make it easy and simplify it for you. Okay. Workstation edition is used for single user.
Okay.
Layman language. For example, if you are logged into the machine, can someone else log into the machine at the same time?
No.
Or can you repeat it once?
If you are logged into the machine, can someone else log into the same machine at the same time and start working?
No.
Yeah.
They can?
Switch user.
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
I mean, both of you should be working together.
No, you can't.
No, we can't on the same machine. Right.
On the same, in different missions, we can log in with same ID and we can work.
No. It is on the same machine that I'm speaking about.
In same mission, we can't.
Yeah. So desktop, so the layman understanding what I'm trying to give is desktop editions are only for single user. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
They do not provide any services. It is like for desktop applications like a browser, Outlook, okay? Coding interfaces, all right? Something like that, okay? Whereas when it comes to server edition, okay, in Windows, the default license, there is something called as terminal service, okay?
Okay.
The default license gives you 2 users can log into the same machine at the same time from remote, okay?
Okay.
And work.
Okay.
Can you explain it again?
Okay. So, do you know how to take a remote of a different machine?
Remote of a different.
Yeah, we can use we can use what's that? There is a tool which we can operate through connecting it.
Yeah, what is the tool?
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Yesterday itself, you operated my system in GoToMeeting.
Okay, that's a different one. There is something called Windows default. Okay.
Okay.
In Windows default, there is something called as MSTSC.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is Microsoft Terminal Services. Okay. You go to run and you type this. Okay. You hit enter. Okay. This is the window that you will get.
Okay.
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 In this, you type the IP address of the machine. I'm going to talk about what the IP addresses are also. Okay.
Mhm.
You type the IP address of the machine, and you click on connect. Okay. If you click
Okay.
on connect, it will ask you for this machine's username and password. Okay.
Mhm.
You can type it. It will open in a it will open an interface over here. Only the screen will get larger. You will see the desktop of that machine.
Okay.
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 Assignments. You can watch videos how to take a remote connection of a Windows server. Okay. TeamViewer, all of those things are third-party tools. Okay, which are internet-based.
TeamViewer. Yeah.
They are all internet-based.
Okay.
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 When you are in office, you will not use those tools, and most of the companies do not allow it. But this thing is allowed.
Okay.
Remote desktop connections.
Okay.
Okay.
Connect to those machines. All right.
Mhm.
So in Windows, for example, think there is 10.0.0.2 machine in your location. Okay, in Chicago.
Okay.
Okay. If I have that internet connection, intranet connection, office network connection, okay, I can use this and I can connect to that machine from here. Okay.
Okay.
And if someone else is in New York, okay, if they have the connectivity to the office network, okay, they can do the same thing and connect to that machine from New York. So what it means, there is a machine in Chicago, right?
Okay.
One is connecting from India, another one is connecting from New York. Okay. The Windows system will allow two connections at the same time, and two people can use at the same time. I will be using my own user ID, and the one who is in New York will be using their own user ID. Okay.
Okay.
If one of you, okay, if Raghavendra tries to connect while two people are active on the server, if Raghavendra tries to connect, it will simply say terminal services licenses, which is 2, already in use.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want, you can have either the one from India to be logged off, you can log him off, force log him off, or one from New York, you can force log in, force log off. Okay? That is for Windows. Okay?
Okay.
But when it comes to Linux, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, or anything, any operating system you take, multiple users can log in into the same machine at the same time and perform multiple tasks.
Okay.
There is no licenses.
Okay.
Because Linux is called a multi-threading operating system.
Oh, okay.
there will be no conflict of resources, which is RAM, CPU, etc. Okay.
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 So read more about or you can watch Why Linux in YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
When you go to office environment, okay,
Okay.
you will see very less Windows servers.
Okay.
In general, let's assume that office has 100 servers. Okay.
Okay.
A maximum of 20 or 25 would be Windows servers.
Okay.
Rest of them, most of them you will see in RHEL or Linux.
Okay.
Majorly RHEL you will see, and or else you will be seeing all the Linux things over there. Because Linux is very stable and consistent.
Okay.
Okay. What I mean by stable and consistent is, at any point of time, even on your workstation, did you ever see that your Windows is hanging when you
Yeah.
do too
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
large operations? Yeah,
Yeah.
when you do too many large operations, your Windows operating system actually hangs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will not see that in Linux.
Okay. In Linux, there will be no hanging, even if we work on multiple applications.
Yeah, if multiple people logged in and doing large operations also,
Okay.
okay, you will not find that that issue, because Linux is going to manage the resources appropriately, wisely, and make sure that it is running stable. That is the reason most of the servers you will see running in Linux. Okay.
Okay.
So desktop is single user, server is multiple services. So now the question is, what are the services that a server can or will provide? Can you mention some of the names that you know?
HTTP.
Fantastic.
HSP or HP or something is there.
FTP.
Yeah. FTP and HTS, I think.
I don't think there is nothing called as HTS.
HTS.
Have you heard about DNS?
Yeah. DNS.
Yeah. Yes.
DHCP?
DHCP. Yeah.
Mail?
Okay.
You can even find print servers. Active Directory or LDAP. Active Directory is Windows word, LDAP is Linux word. Okay.
Okay.
What else do you have? Samba server. It is a server which is used to connect resources between Windows and Linux.
Okay.
Okay, these are all some services. Some of them are default, some of them are add-on applications that you need to install and all of those things. These are some of the basic things that we're talking about. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You can read about what are the services or roles that a Windows server can provide. You will see same, but you might see some more also. Okay?
Okay.
HTTP is web server, okay?
Okay. Yeah, HTTP is web server.
Alright. If you are opening google.com in your browser, what it means is Google company is running a web server, okay,
Okay.
Okay.
which has all the web pages related to Google in its web server, okay, and it is giving it. So every company will have internal and external websites. Okay,
Okay.
I shouldn't call it as HTTP, I should call it as web server. The reason I have to do it is because in Windows it is called as IIS,
Okay.
which is Internet Information Services.
Okay.
Okay, whereas in Linux, every flavor has its own name. For example, for Red Hat Enterprise Linux, you call it as HTTPD. Okay. For Ubuntu, you call it as Apache 2. Okay. For FTP, it is called as File Transfer Protocol. Huge or bulk file transfers. Okay. Do you know what is the size of attachment that you can send through Gmail? Maximum size?
25 MB.
25 MB.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Right.
Okay. If it is in a Windows mail, the maximum size is 10 MB. You can obviously modify it. Generally, they put it at a 10 MB threshold.
Okay. But Gmail is it's 25 MB maximum limit.
That is great, actually.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, FTP is used to do huge and bulk file transfers. In GBs also you can transfer files.
Okay.
You have you heard about file share? That's a
Yeah.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in email, if you have a larger file that you have to send, they actually upload a file into file share and you send the link to someone else and they download it from there.
Yeah. Even we can send some GBs of files through file transfer.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
similarly, that is what is the protocol that is running on the back of it is the FTP.
Okay.
Okay. The second one is DNS. The next one is DNS. Okay. It is domain
Name server. Okay. DNS
What is
usually we use for internet, right?
no? It is used everywhere. Without DNS, You will not have any of this. You will not
Yeah.
have Google.com.
Yeah, usually we will see on some DNS while
But
installing networks. We can usually find.
sometimes when net disconnects, it shows like DNS failed, something like this.
I'll explain what DNS in a very easy and simple way.
Okay.
Do you all have a mobile phone and a mobile number?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Why do you need a mobile number?
To communicate.
With who?
Uh, with
Communicate with a
any
particular person.
to anybody or to any particular phone, to any
Okay,
particular number.
perfect. So you
Yeah.
need a phone number to to connect to another person who has
Number.
a telephone number, right?
Yeah.
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 Similarly, uh, computers also communicate with IP addresses.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is one bottom line. IP addresses are used to communicate between one another, one computer to another computer, one computer to 1,000 computers also. Okay.
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 So now you all stay in the same place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have phone books in your phone?
Yeah.
What do you do in the phone books?
We will save contacts or we will edit.
That's
Okay.
the same contact.
Yeah. Basically, we will save the contacts.
Okay. Now let's say Mirza has a phone number, some 10123456789910.
Okay.
Now Raghavendra wants to call him. He'll, since both of them are friends, at least there are 20 times that you will call him in a day, example. Okay.
Okay.
Every time, do you dial his number or save his number in the phone book and call his name?
It's
We
same
will
number.
save the number and we will call them.
Right. Okay. If you just save the number and not the phone number, if you just save the name and not the phone number, will it still get connected to Mirza?
No.
So how do you save it in the phone book?
With
With
number.
name and number.
With name and number, right?
Yeah.
So by doing it, it would be easy for you to call Mirza next time, right?
Yeah.
Assume you have 10 other friends
Okay.
and you call them frequently on a daily basis because of your work.
Okay.
Now imagine there is no phone book concept in your phone, in anybody's phone.
Okay.
What do you have to do?
We should remember the numbers. That's all.
Right? You have to remember each and everybody's numbers.
Yeah.
And when you're calling them, you will have to dial with the number,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If the number increases to 100 people, it will obviously increase. I believe most of your phone books would have at least 300 contacts,
Yeah.
right? You would have saved them with their name and with their phone number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the phone book concept, you would have to remember those 300 numbers, okay, and call them by their number, not by their name, right?
Yeah.
Here we need to understand, as a human being, we need the phone book.
Yeah.
The phone doesn't need the phone book.
Yes.
Yeah.
The phone, if you put the numbers, what it needs the numbers, that's just to dial. You give the
Yeah.
numbers, it will go. If you save some name and some number also, it will still go, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, imagine like this. There are thousands of websites in the world, okay?
Okay.
Each website will have an IP address on the back of it.
Okay.
There are thousands of computers and laptops, right?
Yeah.
Each computer, each laptop, each server will have a name.
Okay. Mail.
Okay.
Name.
Okay.
For example, can you all open the command prompt in your laptop now?
Command prompt.
You need to go
Yeah.
to start, run, CMD, and type
Yeah,
the
okay.
command that's called hostname.
Host name.
Yeah, I typed it over here on the screen.
Yeah. It's showing my name.
It's showing your name, right?
Yeah. My computer name.
Your computer name, something like that.
Yeah.
Where do you actually configure it and where do you manage it is right click on my computer or this computer. If it is Windows 10, you will find it as this computer, something like that.
Yeah.
Go to properties.
Okay.
Properties.
Do you see this kind of page?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
Over here, do you see computer name?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
computer name. Computer name, computer full name.
Yeah. You can change settings over here.
Yeah.
Okay. When you click on change settings, this is what it will come up as. Okay.
Yeah.
To rename the computer or its domain, you can click on change over here. Okay. If you want to join a domain, this is the place that you will join the domain.
Okay.
Okay. The computer name is, this is where it is. Okay. And once you do it, you need to restart your laptop or desktop or server. Okay. This is a one-time task in an office environment. You don't keep changing your computer name because you will not be changing your name. Today you're Rakesh, tomorrow you are Ramesh, day after tomorrow you are Rajesh. It will not be like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You give a server name once. Generally it is not suggested to change. You can change, but it is not suggested to change.
Okay.
If you have any production applications running on the system, then it is highly recommended not to change.
Okay. Now it's asking me to restart.
Did you change the name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You can click on you. Do you have an option that says postpone?
Before restarting, save any open files and close all programs. It's saying, what should I do now?
Don't touch anything till you finish this class.
Now, now we can't do anything.
I mean, if you click on it, you will get disconnected to the current session that you have.
It's not showing me.
It is straight away restarting. I think it will straight away restart.
Yeah. I'll try to close the window.
No, it will not close.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
told you, right? I told you, right? If you change it, it will ask you to restart.
I thought that it will be giving an option whether to restart or not.
No, they're not as good as you think.
Yeah. Okay. No, I should not touch this until the class is finished.
Yeah. Okay. So every computer, okay, every website, every FTP, every network device will have a IP address, will have a name, default name. If you don't give any name, it will have some default name. Okay.
Okay.
Over there. And when you assign an IP address, okay, you will save those details in the DNS server.
Okay.
Save the details in DNS server as records. Study about types of records. For example, there is something called as quad A. Okay. There is something called as CNAME.
Okay.
There is something called for MX for mail. There is something called www.
Okay.
Okay. These are some records. Okay. They are also called as pointers. There is a pointer record also.
Okay.
They're called as pointers or records. You can read. There are at least 12 to 15 of them. You can read about them. Okay. So one thing you need to understand over here is there are global DNS servers which are maintained by internet board, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
These are called as root servers. Okay.
Okay.
We can study about them. When you join a company, okay, your desktops or servers are pointed to local DNS servers,
Okay.
okay, which are installed, configured, managed by your IT team or local administrators. By doing this, okay, internal resources are having a DNS record.
Okay.
Okay. So when you hit www.google.com, okay, if you want to see ping www. How many W's are there? Okay. Google.com. There is an IP address that is coming over here, 216.58.221.132. Right?
Okay.
Now imagine if you have to remember the IP address for Google, IP address for Facebook, IP address for Gmail, IP address for Twitter, IP address for LinkedIn. Okay. For everything, if
Okay.
you have to remember IP address, you'll become very uh,
It's not
it will be
possible.
very impossible,
It's
right?
very hard. Yeah.
Right. So similarly, right. So that is one part. I hope you understood DNS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a lot of installation and configuration things that are involved in DNS. Okay.
Okay.
Like other configurations in DNS server. You have zones. Okay, you have primary and secondary, or you have master and slave configurations. Okay, all of these things. You don't have to by heart it or learn it. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
but you need to understand what it is. So read about YouTube. Hardly 1 hour of time on reading about DNS is very needed. Okay,
Okay.
1 hour study about each of the services, like, right,
Okay. Okay.
from YouTube is very needed. If you go in depth again, configuration and all of those things, that's going to kill your time. Okay,
Okay.
but at least you should know if someone says a primary DNS, secondary DNS, master, a different zone, you should not think like, but yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay,
Okay.
it
Okay.
shouldn't be like that. Okay, so that is about DNS. When next time you hear about DNS, this is what you should remember. Okay,
Okay.
IP to phone, or IP to name, name to IP. Okay,
Okay.
if you don't remember, remember this. Remember your phone. You have your phone in your hand always, right?
Yeah.
Telephone number to name, name to telephone number.
Okay.
When I said something, there is something called as a global DNS, managed by internet board,
Okay.
something like that. What I mean is, have you heard about Truecaller?
Yeah. Truecaller. It will
Yeah.
find unknown number. Name of the unknown number.
Absolutely. So your phone book limitation is to the limitation of the numbers that you save with the
Okay.
names,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If some unknown number comes, if you install this app called Truecaller, it will search its own database
Yeah.
and it will give you, if it has the details, it will give you the name,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
For example, how does it happen? You know, Truecaller will ask you, do you want to sync your contacts with Truecaller, right?
Yeah. While
Yeah.
installation, it will ask if we sync that, it will save all those contacts into database.
Into its own database,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So whoever, that's how it is actually giving the name.
Yeah.
What is the benefit of it? What is the benefit of it?
Around
When
the world, around the world, most of the people they will sync contacts, and it will show the possible contact name, uh, which there is.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. What is the benefit for us? We will know if our ex-girlfriend is calling from a different number.
Yeah.
Okay. You will know if credit card payment department is calling you. Okay. Or you can know if someone is trying to sell you a credit card.
Yeah. Most possible contact numbers will be informed.
You will have that the moment you see, you don't have to ask them who is this.
Yeah.
You can just know. So that is global. When I'm talking about Truecaller, that's what I'm saying. It's a global DNS kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can read about all of that stuff.
Okay.
DHCP. Okay.
Dynamic
host
control protocol.
So now you all got phone and you got phone numbers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get that phone number from?
Phone from other people. We will collect and we will save it.
From other people? No. I mean to say, where did you get your phone number?
From the company.
Which company?
From the network carrier, the which we are going to use.
Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
So, what does the network carrier do? He has a pool of phone numbers with him which are not being used.
Okay.
When you go and tell him, boss, I want a new phone number. Okay? Out of the pool that he has, whichever is not being used, he will assign it to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He will make sure the same number is not given to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? So that there is a conflict, right?
Yeah.
So he will make sure that the number is not given to anybody else. He will save it in his own database that this number is assigned to Rakesh or this number is assigned to Raghavendra, this number is assigned to Meetha. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you need, now the question is, why do you need a phone number to contact? Where do you get the phone number? From a carrier.
From carrier.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Similarly, okay, in an office network, or even I'll explain the second example later, but in an office network, there is a server that is called as DHCP server.
Okay.
Okay, which will have a pool of IP addresses.
Okay.
Okay, which will be given to the network devices. It can be your laptop, your mobile phone, a server or a print server. Okay,
Okay.
anything like that. It will give that IP address to it, save that record in itself, saying that this MAC address, every system will have a MAC address, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
MAC address across the world is unique.
Okay.
Okay.
You will not find similar MAC address anywhere. They are genuine and unique. Okay? So this MAC address has this IP address. That's what it will give. Okay?
Okay.
And it will see. So that the reason again, computers communicate with IP address with the help of IP address. So IP address is given to the servers so that the computers within your network can communicate to one another.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If you remember, if you don't use a phone number, if you switch off a phone number for 3 months,
Yeah, it will terminate.
That number will be terminated or deactivated. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The carrier will wait for another 3 months. He will not assign that number immediately to someone else.
Okay.
He'll wait for another 3 months and then he will assign to someone else. Okay?
Okay.
The cooling period over here is 6 months, right?
Okay.
The DNS server also, the DHCP server also, okay?
Okay.
It doesn't have 6 months of time, okay? 6 months is very huge. It has certain number of hours, like 72 hours or something like that approximately. I'm exactly not sure of the numbers.
Okay.
Okay? You can read about it if you want.
Yeah.
Okay? After a certain period of time, if the IP address, if the MAC address doesn't come up, if the system doesn't come up, what I mean, okay, that IP address will be given to somebody else who is waiting for an IP address. As simple as that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
That is DHCP server. Dynamic. The IP addresses are given to servers dynamically. Okay?
Okay.
There is something, I want you to study something like this. How to assign a static IP address. Okay?
Mm.
So over here, dynamic IP address, a machine comes up, and if the machine goes down and doesn't come back for a certain period of time, that IP address is being assigned to someone else, right?
Okay.
If it is a desktop, it is very good. But if it is a server in most scenarios should have a static IP address.
Okay.
Okay.
So just watch a video. It's a simple step. Okay.
Okay.
How to assign a static IP address in Windows.
Okay.
So getting an IP address is two ways. One is dynamic and one is static. For dynamic, we use a server called as DHCP server. For static, there is a different way of assigning an IP address. Okay.
Okay.
How do we do it in Windows? Just read about it. Okay. Rest of them are mail server, print server, all of these things. Mail is for exchanging of mail, right?
Yeah.
In Windows, it's called Exchange server. Okay. In
Okay.
Linux, you have various things like Zimra, something like that. There are so many tools, open source tools for Linux mail system. Okay.
Okay.
Send mail, postfix, something like that. So many other things. Just read about it. YouTube, watch a video, how it works. That should be fine. Okay. Read about the rest of the servers available.
Yeah, sure.
Any questions up until now?
Okay. I think we have missed one server. What's that? Okay. WebLogic is also used, most used server, right?
WebLogic is a vendor name, vendor given name.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Basically, it is an application server. Okay.
Okay.
The name of it is WebLogic.
Okay.
That is given by IBM.
Okay.
Okay. Similar thing that you will find in Linux is JBoss server or Tomcat server.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomcat. I think in companies most used server is WebLogic, right?
Every company has its own preferences.
Oh, okay.
So these are one of the application servers. There are several application servers.
Yeah.
These are few of them, the one that you mentioned.
But most used application servers are Tomcat and JBoss and WebLogic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
These are all Java-based application servers.
Yeah.
You need to have Java set up on them and manage and all of those things. Okay.
Okay. For JBoss, it is not required.
Yeah, JBoss itself Java
JBoss,
boss.
yeah, JBoss is Java boss.
So for all of them, you need to have Java in the background.
Okay.
We will look at all of those things, how to install Java on Linux machines and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
These things we will not do installation. Any of these things we will not do installation. I want you to read very much about this thing. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say over here. Important. Because in our labs, we will use a web server example in almost in every tool. Okay.
Okay.
So how to install web server in Windows and Linux.
Okay.
Under Linux, I want you to see in CentOS and Ubuntu. These videos you have to watch. It's hardly like you can find 5-minute videos also for them.
Okay.
Okay. Another part. What videos? Okay. Another part is you need to look into this also. How to install CentOS and Ubuntu.
Yeah.
Okay. Because in DevOps, we work majorly on open source systems.
Okay.
Which is Linux flavors operating systems.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So hope this section has been informative for you to learn so many basic stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. What I gave you over here is just an overview. Okay.
Okay.
You need to have at least a bare minimum understanding about how each one of them works, right? You can easiest way is watch videos on YouTube, but if you want to do in-depth study on them, you can always go through the documentation and other videos and things like that.
Yeah, sure.
The reason being is, as a DevOps engineer or administrator, okay, we will be managing almost every infrastructure server and services in Linux environment.
Okay.
If tomorrow someone comes and tells you, I want you to manage the FTP server through this particular tool, at that you should be in a position, you should not be in a position saying that I don't know what FTP is, I don't know how it works on Windows, I don't know how it works on Linux, I never worked before. It should not be like that.
Okay.
You should know how to configure it, install it in both on Windows and Linux, what are the port numbers it uses, how can you secure it, and all of that information you need to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright then, I will send this notes to the training institute and they will send it across to you. Okay?
Yeah. And yesterday's last class and last class note also.
Okay, I'll send that one also.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? We will do one more session on basics. Okay? There's some more things I need to discuss. Okay?
Okay.
We will tomorrow same time we will get on a class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah. That application I closed it in Task Manager and it's gone.
Okay. Unless you reboot your
system.
The name will not be
Same.
No, it's gone. I opened Task Manager and ended that program. Applications. I ended that application and it gone.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So good, and we will catch up tomorrow again. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right then. Thank you. You all have a good day. Bye bye.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Good night.
Yeah.